So many Days of Future Past questions that have been rolling in throughout the show, and I've tried to tweet you all back and say, just wait to see the movie and then watch spoilers. Okay, Natalia wants to know, hey, AMC Movie News, love the show. My question is, what is your most anticipated movie for what's left of 2014?
What's left? Well, Guardians of the Galaxy. For me, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been enamored with this film since they announced it, and I thought, really? The one with the tree and the raccoon. That they're doing that, and I was just fascinated with it. And then they announced who was directing it, and James Gunn, and then they put together this amazingly eclectic, weird cast. Like I'm going out of my mind for this movie. So for me, it's probably that one. The Hobbit's gonna come close.
Yeah,
the Hobbit's close.
I got three.
Okay.
First one, Apes on Horses. Apes on Horses.
That's gonna be so good.
That one,
yeah.
Interstellar is one I'm really excited for.
Yeah, you keep forgetting that comes out this year.
Yeah, and Gone Girl is the other one. Those are the three movies that right now, and Guardians also, but those three are the ones that I'm really looking forward to.
Dennis?
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Guardians, and then Paul Thomas Anderson's Vice. I think that's coming out then.
Is that coming out this year?
Yeah, I think at the end of this year.
That's really interesting. All right, what's next?
I don't know if anything has gotten me more excited than Maleficent. So
yeah, that looks
maybe
awesome
I'm just
too.
a Disney kid, but
Still
Maleficent
a lot of good
is
movies
coming.
Yeah.
All right, Taylor Mattern wants to know, do you think that one of the Star Wars spin-off movies could be all about the Sith? Thanks.
It's certainly possible. It doesn't line up with the rumors that we've been hearing, but who cares about rumors? But once again, studios are very hesitant to make a movie that tells it strictly from the bad guy's point of view. It doesn't happen often, really, if ever. I can't think of a film off the top of my head where it's a true villain. It's told from their point of view. I'd be fascinated by it, so it's possible. I'll say it's possible.
I think it's going to happen eventually. It's all going to happen depending on the success of the other spin-off movies and ultimately the new trilogy. But I think that we can get Old Republic is something everyone was talking about, and John and I talk about this kind of in great depth on AMC Jedi Council as well. So check that out on Wednesdays. But we also, I just think that to see the history of the Sith. I don't think it's just going to be the villain point of view, though. If you do that movie, it'll be because you're also going to have to always have the Jedi on the other side. So you'll have a new Jedi character. It's exciting to think about.
I think they can if they do it, the Anakin storyline, the Wicked, the Maleficent, where it's like someone that was actually kind of good in the beginning and then ends up turning evil at the end.
All right, what else we got?
Jordan Balduck wants to know, with how well received Inside Llewyn Davis was in his upcoming role in Star Wars, can Oscar Isaac be a Hollywood force?
Yeah, he's got the talent, he's got the look, he's getting the right projects. Right now, it is his game to lose. He's in a position now where he is beautifully positioned to really soar with his career. He'll have to screw it up, basically. For him not to be a major recognizable A-lister 3 years from now, he's going to have to screw it up, I think. I think he's in that position. Dennis?
Yeah, it's possible. It really depends on Star Wars. I mean, if he has a kick-ass role and he delivers a kick-ass performance, then people are like, oh man, just like he's the new like Han Solo or something like that.
Yeah.
Then people will want to see him and all this stuff. But if his character comes off flat or he doesn't do a good job, then he might just fade away. I mean, there's people in Star Wars that have faded away.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's an electric actor. This guy, when he shows up, even that was 10 Years, I believe the movie was called. He had his role. I just saw the movie recently too, and he just stuck out for me too. And Llewyn Davis, you shouldn't like him in that movie, but you can't help it because he is such an electric actor. And you're absolutely right. Star Wars, he's going to be the next Han Solo. I'm saying as far as the casting, the way it looks like, the way they're casting this, I think that he's going to come out of there maybe the biggest star out of the whole franchise.
Depends on the role.
Depends on the role. But if it hits the role that we think that, because again, you brought up the Han Solo thing. It looks like that's who you would cast him to play.
Like a scoundrel.
A guy that looks like, oh, I'm not into all this. And by the end, you're like, man, am I into this? That's the kind of character he will be, and he's going to win us over.
All right, what's next?
Denarius Williams wants to know, let me start off by saying I love the show. My question is, who do you think, what characters should be in the Justice League?
Well, I've always said from the beginning, this is taking out of the equation all the things we know now and the rumors that exist now. I've always thought that you go with a team of 5, and I still believe that the 5 you go with to start, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and Flash. those are the 5. I think those are the 5 you go with. However, obviously, we already know Cyborg's being brought into it, so that already fuses with that a bit. We've heard rumors that they want to go with an Aquaman, but nothing's been confirmed about that. But those are the 5 I'd go with. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. I think those are the core 3, the absolutes. And then I would go Green Lantern and I would go Flash. But that's just me. Dennis, what would you do?
I would go with your same list, except for I would substitute out Green Arrow and put in Aquaman.
I said Green Lantern.
Oh, you said Green Lantern. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I thought you said Green Arrow.
Green Lantern just scares me right now because I love the Green Lantern character,
Yeah.
but I mean, say what you will about Ryan Reynolds, the movie was handled terribly. I don't know if they're going to bring him back. They have to reinvent him first. So I'd actually like to see Aquaman. And I know that we haven't. I know that he's always the punchline of everything too. But I really think there's been
I've come around on Aquaman.
Yeah, there's been some good comic book lines too, and I want to see that world. I want to see how he fits into it all. And I really think you could do a really cool story with him and adding it in because you have Superman in the air and Batman on land, and then it could be pretty fun.
What about Vinny Chase as Aquaman?
That's one of the reasons Aquaman's going to be held back is everyone always says Vinny Chase.
Oh, yeah,
and now
that's
they
the
have
thing they did in Entourage.
Yeah.
But play or read Injustice: Gods Among Us, and it'll change your tune like it did for me about Aquaman. All right, let's take 2 more quick ones.
Jim Fritchie wants to know, you guys were talking about this earlier. Hey guys, what do you think of the practical effect alien in J.J. Abrams' charity announcement video?
Yeah, we were talking about this off camera. I'm going to take the unpopular point of view on this one. I saw it because, for those of you who don't know, while J.J. Abrams was making the announcement from the set of Star Wars about the Force for Change thing, which is amazing what they're doing, he had a dude in a costume effect creature walk behind him carrying little babies in a basket, and it looked pretty cool. But honestly, to me, it's nothing. It means nothing, and it's not a big deal. Because some people say, oh, it signals that they're going back to the practical thing. No, everybody forgets George Lucas used a lot of guys in costumes, too, amidst all the world of CG that he also used. So to me, it didn't mean anything one way or the other. I was more focused on the great cause that JJ and Lucasfilm were working on, and having a cute little creature walk in the background, to me, didn't signal anything. However, I know I am in the minority in that opinion, so Christian, take it.
To quote Sam Jackson in Pulp Fiction, allow me to retort. Because I am on that side in the fact to where this means something. The reason why is, to your point of George Lucas also working with this, he had guys in costumes. He was more focused on, I'm going to have all my new toys, like my special effects, I'm going to show them this brand new Jar Jar character and everything too. His mind wasn't focused on bringing it back to the public in the way J.J. Abrams is. So when J.J. Abrams is talking and that guy comes through and he looks like something out of Labyrinth, and Dennis had made the Dark Crystal analogy as well, and when you see that, it's him going, hey guys, everything you heard about me and what I'm doing, I'm bringing it to you. Look at this thing. He might not even be a character, that silly little thing, but it doesn't matter because I felt like I was on whatever planet they were on. I felt like I was there because I'm like, oh, where's he shooting from? Is he actually on Tatooine? It got me in the spirit again.
It meant a lot to me because when I saw it, that's why I was confused of why everyone was talking about this Batman versus Superman title. I was like, this is the most important thing that came out yesterday because, yeah, I think J.J. Abrams has the benefit of hearing all the backlash against the prequels that people had against them, and he's like, okay, I'm going to learn from that, and here you go.
Right.
This isn't like some subtle thing. This is in your face. Like, here, why is there a puppet guy coming across during his charity announcement? Yeah. I think he's saying look, this is all, we're going to make it as practical as possible. Obviously, there's going to be some CG in there, but they're going to try and put as much practical stuff in there as possible. Because if you remember, if you watch the prequels, let's say if the prequels are on in the background, in terms of the locations and the sets or whatever, you cannot tell the difference between any of the 3 prequel movies.
Right.
Because all of it is just CG.
Right.
Think about Star Wars, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. When you see them on whatever location they're at, you know where they're at.
Right.
You know which movie it is.
Yeah.
With the prequels, all 3 look the same. They all look the same.
Well, John, I have a question for you as far as from your point. So let's say what J.J. Abrams does with the new trilogy brings back practical effects, because they've kind of fallen off the wayside. People rely on the computers and the CGI. For the most part, practical effects is a thing of the past. What if this movie does that and brings back practical effects to the forefront, and then this video, would that have more significance because eventually, at least, no. Huh?
I still think you guys are reading way too much into it. I think it was just they were going to do this video, and somebody said, hey, it'd be cute, have one of the creatures walk around in the background. That's all I think it is. I think you guys are doing what my wife does sometimes. When she asks me, hey, John, how was your day? And I say it was fine, and she starts to try to analyze, what did that mean? That's what I feel like you guys are doing. And let's not forget about this whole, JJ's going to save practical effects. This is the same dude who gave us Star Trek. He loves his CGI.
Yeah, sure.
Don't make no mistake about it. These new Star Wars films are going to be heavy in
Oh,
CGI.
yeah, for sure.
Of course they are.
But
Yeah.
I think where JJ is going to be different is like, you know what? If we can do it with practical, let's do it with practical.
I'm not against
Yeah.
CGI. I'm just saying, you don't use
Right.
it for
Don't
every
hammer it over,
single
right.
thing.
Let
No,
the
no, I
actors,
agree,
let
yeah.
the actors
If you
work on
can
it.
do it with practical, do it
Yeah.
with practical. And I think JJ will
Especially
bring us
at
that.
the budget that they have, it's not like someone trying to cut corners to save money. This is like how many hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. All right. Well, I promised we would do two more questions, so we got one more left. So let's get to it really fast.
Draylen says, I love the show. Will we ever get a Jetsons movie? Thanks, guys.
You know what?
action?
Oddly enough, I think somebody asked this once before. I don't think so. I think we're getting a new Flintstones animated film. I honestly don't think it's going to do that well, but I'm excited about a Flintstones animated film. I don't think we'll see Jetsons again. I mean, anything's possible, totally possible, but I don't think so.
Possible, not probable. Are we talking live action or
Either or, really.
Live action's
We're talking about wide release theatrical, animated or otherwise.
I'd rather see the animated. I think it's more possible that a live action happens.
Dennis?
I'm going to go different than you. I think it's possible animated. I don't think they do live action. I think it'll bomb.
We're doing a Barbie live action, for God's sakes.
Yeah,
true.
but still.
No, it's going to bomb.
Hey everyone, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.